for either of these two schools, but it's one that can easily define season trajectories and put the victor on the path to the college football playoff. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 24th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Florida Gators offense will have the opening possession of the game. The Gators devastated and humiliated the Tigers the last time they got together.
Well, the Gators dominated that game in all 3 phases, and that's something they're trying to do again in this one today. Offensively, it's about explosive plays. Defensively, it's about creating takeaways, and they're going to have to make a play or two on special teams. If they do that, the Gators feel like they're going to win this one again.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Plucks it out of the air. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a 1st down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The give to the tailback. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Gators have pushed it inside the 20. Handoff to the lone back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They go to the ground, and he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this defense gets the 1st sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
The LSU Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was...
It's a seam wide open. He's at the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they getting down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking downfield, it's Silva. Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams, because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The give to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Snagged out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Going to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Caught. On the move at the 30. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the gun, the running back has it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
It'll be a draw. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Silva. Now adjusting. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Got it in the middle. It's ball. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Oh, they're after him. They're working that left side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
He's got it on the move, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these...
There he goes. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Wants to go up top. Firing toward the end zone. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll trim the deficit to 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Makes the catch. It's ball. They run him out of bounds. He gets him to the 47.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now on second down. Rush is on him. Trying to get rid of it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Pocket breaking down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and take it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Tigers! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll take a deep shot here. Pulls it in down the middle. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Off the boot, looking for his man. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the single back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw. It's Silva. Snags it over the middle. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, seems like every time Florida and LSU get together, magic happens. And halfway through this one, the sparks have been flying.
The Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fakes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, they execute the in route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Fires to the middle. Finds his man open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll leave it with him. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. LSU lining up first and goal. Power ahead. Touchdown Tigers! And the pummeling has started. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Back to throw, it's Silva. This time he's got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get it
into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. 1st down here for the offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff. It's Presley. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Hauls it in. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great.
Touchdown, LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Silva. Here's the pressure. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Lot of room to the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you've got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making...
He'll try to take it back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Now they'll run it to the right here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. The inside handoff. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
At the 45 on his way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. The official says no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Right down the middle. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. And the quarterback takes a knee. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. you're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a